This podcast contains explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
You are the new Max Wrestling Knowledge Champion.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy. Well done,
Just-
Larkin.
The winner and still Max Wrestling Knowledge Champion is Mr. Mike Larkin. Commiserations to the Phoenix.
So, I ask you again, what are you going to do when you don't win it?
Just means I gotta come back and I've just got.
And still Max Wrestling Knowledge Champion, Mike Larkin.
That was a hell of a freaking quiz, that.
That was the Omega Okada of quizzes. And you are still the Max Wrestling Knowledge Champion. Surpass Kenny's record. So we now move to Promo Series to defend that championship for the fourth time. Promo Series 2 will be no ordinary championship special because for the first time we could have potentially multiple new champions in one day, as the entire trivia will be winner stays on, sudden death rules.
Maybe I'm a Mexican, maybe I'm a no one. Who spits all the dirt, yeah, the one you always spit on.
So we will be predicting NXT TakeOver War Games and Survivor Series.
At Survivor Series, I want you to bring your gold medal, what's left of your Raw roster, and we're all going to finish what we started.
Maybe I'm a soldier.
The locker room for Monday night is now on SmackDown Live.
Insecurity personified. Boy, boys are running high. Take your sticks and stones, cut me down. You better triple powerbomb to Shane McMahon. The fifth member of Team Raw is me. Someone wants to dispute the fact that Brock Lesnar is the champion in World Wrestling Entertainment. AJ Styles.
I am the underdog. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's an AJ Styles production.
And now, the Max Wrestling Podcast and Danger Zone Productions presents Promo Series 2, Sudden Death.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Promo Series 2, Sudden Death. I am Dazzy Dangerously, along with my co-host. He is the best heel in the business, the Butcher. How you doing?
Doing fine.
How you doing? And we are all set
I'm
for
excited.
the Knowledge Championship to be defended not once, not twice, maybe 3 times today. Joining us, of course, is the current reigning Knowledge Champion, Mike Larkin.
What's going on, guys? I'm ready for this, man. I'm really looking forward to defending the championships today, man.
Nice. Day 299.
Yes, sir.
Well, you're way past Kenny's record.
Yeah, well, this is
He's
gonna be
pushing
fun.
on for that punk, isn't he? He's pushing on for the
He
punk.
is, he's going for his own 434.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, sudden death, man. This is a big one, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Mike doesn't know who his challengers are, but the Butcher does, because the Butcher's responsible for bringing him on the show. So I'm going to hand it over to the Butcher. Who is this week's mystery guest?
Right. The first mystery guest is none other than one half of the Attitude of Aggression podcast. He likes to drink. He's not an alcoholic, but he likes to drink.
That's
He's
what I
none
always
other than Dave Ungar.
What's up, guys? I have to correct you. There is no other half to this podcast right now. It's just me, But I'm still very honored to be here, and I'm not even drinking. It's 5 a.m. in California, guys. This is how much I love you guys. I got up at 5 a.m. to come out and hang out with you fellas. So I'm honored to be here.
I did message him and say, "Get a whiskey, don't you?"
Yeah, you did. I said,
go.
dude, I'm like breaking kayfabe here. I'm like, dude, I got to get my kids to school. I don't think whiskey's on the agenda this morning yet, but it's a good thought.
Awesome. Nice to have you.
I'm glad to be back, guys.
I think last time we found out Gator's got the most Royal Rumble wins in history. Or
He
eliminations.
does, and it's gonna stay that way for probably ever, you know. So he's got that legacy to live up to, but
I reckon Gator's out chasing Asuka around somewhere or something. I don't know.
he's chasing ass is what he's doing. Just leave out the rest of it. Sorry to our other mystery guests, but you know that's the way we roll around here.
And mystery guest number 2.
This person's last appearance on this show was episode 87. And that's actually 12 months ago, believe it or not. So it is kind of like an anniversary type of thing, really. I would go as far as saying, as this person's tongue is almost as sharp as mine. So with that said, I'd like to welcome back to Max Wrestling the only chick in the room, the toxic one, Roxy Toxic.
Hi, fuckers. I'm ready to come in your ear, pussies.
Well, that escalated quickly.
It did.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. And it's okay, I like chasing ass too.
Do you love to see?
Okay. It's all good.
Would it be worth chasing Asuka to get kicked in the face?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I like that.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm sure there's some people out there that'll pay to get kicked in the face.
Well, that's definitely. That's definitely. And other things.
Well, yes. Kick other things. Well, before we get into NXT TakeOver, I think we should do the first round. I'm sure Mike's ready to defend that title. As we said, it's winner stays on this time, so the title will be defended straight away, and then the winner will defend it in the next round. So, as we said during the week, we drew the names out of the hat, and up first, challenging Mike is Dave. So, okay, so challenger gets a choice between set 1 and set 2.
Let's go with set 2.
Alright, so over to the Butcher to ask the questions. Again, in head-to-head, there is no time limit, but you get 5 questions, one after the other. One each. Over to the Butcher.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Which diva did Perry Saturn leave for the love of Moppy?
Oh man. Terry Runnels.
That's correct.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, what a first question.
What a question.
No, because I have thoughts of her going in the Moppy going in the wood chipper, man.
Brian Adams and Brian Clark formed which tag team in WCW?
Yeah, I got nothing on this one, guys.
We're gonna give it up.
Yeah, this is outside my realm of knowledge.
Mike, any idea?
Chronic.
Yes, it was Chronic, so it's 1-0 to Mike. Next question for Mike.
Who became the first person to win the Intercontinental and US Championship?
Was it the Rated R Superstar Edge?
No, it was Ricky Steamboat.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, no, I was thinking more towards the Alliance. All right, no problem.
Actually, won them 10 years apart.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think he won the US in 77, then the Intercontinental in 87.
All right, man. No problem. Go ahead.
Next question.
Right, okay. Which former 6-time world champion made his WWE debut at Breakdown 1998?
Oh, 6-time. Breakdown 1998. Kurt Angle?
No. It was Christian.
Christian's a 6-time world champion?
Christian!
Yeah. 2 ECW, 2 World Heavyweight, and 2
Oh,
TNA.
I was thinking. Got you. I was thinking of the world champion. TNA doesn't count, man. Come on now.
AJ Styles is now a 9-time champion, so we have to count TNA.
I guess.
Okay. Mike?
Yes, sir.
At which TNA pay-per-view did AJ Styles defeat Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World title in 2005?
Why you gotta do this to me, man? All right, so Tito Ortiz was the special guest referee in Hard Justice 2005.
Correct.
All right.
Ooh.
2-0 to Mike.
I shook my head then. I shook my head as I was reading. I was like, oh, he's gonna get this.
Dude, fucking Tito Ortiz, man. You know how I feel about Tito Ortiz and TNA.
There you go. He can't forget that sort of stuff.
Fucking, he was
It's
August.
TNA.
He was August 2013. He was Aces and Eights, man. And it drew a fart in church. But hey, Tito Ortiz and Aces and Ace.
Right, okay. Right.
There's
So now
still
we're going
time for
over to
redemption.
set 1. Okay. Dave,
Yes, sir.
Ric Flair won his only WWE Championship at the 92 Royal Rumble. Who defeated him at WrestleMania?
Randy Savage.
Correct.
Back in the game.
Oh.
I'm nervous.
It's real.
Tension is real.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
Edge's first wife was the sister of which former Intercontinental Champion?
Hello, ladies. Val Venus.
Correct.
Okay, that's 3. Dave needs us to stay in.
At Survivor Series 2000, who did Kurt Angle defend the WWE Championship against?
Oh, God, I don't remember this stuff. You'd think I would. Survivor Series 2000. I'm getting this confused. Was it Austin?
No. It was The Undertaker.
I thought it was him.
Which means
Spanned
Mike
off
retained.
Armageddon, didn't he?
Yeah. Eric Angle interfered.
Yeah.
And still, knowledge champion Mike Larkin, you survived the first round.
Alrighty.
Okay, so let's do some predictions then before we get to round 2, because of course it's not just Survivor Series this weekend, it's NXT. It's TakeOver, War Games.
I knew you weren't going to say anything to do with Impact Wrestling then.
Have they got a show? Okay.
I don't care.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to them later because we got rants.
Do you remember the time when we were so pro TNA?
Yeah, it's gone.
Pepper's fam remembers.
I remember. I remember.
One thing that's annoyed me about TakeOver is we got a dark match that's not going to be shown until is it next week or the week after?
I think it's the week after.
Yeah,
It's like the Pete and Gargano match.
yeah, the UK title.
Yeah, I'm a bit gutted about that.
Why have they done that?
Don't know.
And why is it a dark match?
So it could air on NXT, which pisses me off because that's a great takeover match, and I love me some Pete Dunne, and I think him and Johnny will tear the house down.
That's pure wrestling.
Yeah.
It's Johnny.
Yeah, let's take the best match of the entire weekend and make it so that you have to wait a week to watch it, because that's strategy there.
Well, yeah, because they had to add Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan, which also
Really? And that's on the card.
Yes.
Yeah. And we got Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream. Don't forget that one. You know,
Well,
that's a barn burner. Well, actually, that might be interesting.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, Dave. Because I gotta say, Velveteen Dream is really coming to his own, and Aleister Black is just wow.
I like Velveteen Dream. Say my name.
Say my name.
Channeling a little Muhammad Ali, but that's all right. He's really stepped up his game with this kind of Prince. I don't know what he's mixing himself in with.
Yeah,
he's definitely come from nowhere, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you got to.
And I like when Aleister calls him Patrick. That's always fun.
Yes, you're right.
So we'll just get some predictions for the dark match because we're going to see it on TV anyway, but just not right away. So obviously, if it's pre-taped, I'm assuming it'll be done. Anybody got Gargano?
They're gonna continue to bury Gargano until Ciampa comes back, and by then it'll be just too late.
Yep, Pete Dunne.
I pretty much agree with everything the Butcher said.
Yeah, I'm going with Pete Dunne as well. I mean, it's not. They're certainly not gonna have a title change on a dark match, and it's not gonna be Gargano who takes that off of this guy.
So on to the main card then. Not exactly sure where we're going to start, so we'll just do the singles matches first. We got Cassius Ohno and Lars Sullivan.
It's got to be Lars Sullivan. They're not going to stop that push, are they?
No. You got to give it to Lars.
The quote next Brock Lesnar.
Dude is a beast. I've been loving the push. You got to give it to Lars Sullivan.
I mean, all I'm going to say is, oh no.
Oh no.
I'd love to see Ohno get the win because they've been pushing him pretty hard as well. So, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like where we were like at Fastlane, where you had Lars is like in the Braun Strowman role and Ohno's kind of in that Roman Reigns scenario.
Yeah.
So it's like, if Ohno wins this thing, is it really that devastating to Lars? Probably not. But, I'm not. I think I might go with Butcher on this one and say that Ohno gets some kind of not a dirty win, or it's going to be clean, but maybe not as emphatic as you'd want. Some roll up, something cheap like that just catches the big man by surprise, and they continue this for a while. It'd be bigger.
The one thing about Sullivan that I like is, like you've just said, that he doesn't need the win. He's almost like a psychopath, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gets kicks off just hurting people. It's not about a actual pinfall.
And maybe that's what they do. Maybe they just have these guys just beat the shit out of each other to the point that Lars gets disqualified or something. Like they brawling outside. This is a match that you don't need an actual finish to still get it over. I mean, if these two guys just beat the hell out of each other and it ends in a double count out, nobody, because we're all going in this thing thinking, this is just kind of a throwaway match. But, the thing about it, takeovers, as we all know, is that they always deliver from top to bottom. There's hardly ever a clunker of a match on there. So you got to figure this one's going to be the same. But, I think I'll alter my prediction and say it's just going to be a schmoz finish, like a double count out or something. That protects both guys.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it's quite obvious that when it comes around to like NXT takeovers, that the starting match is like, it's got a history of like starting pushes. So I potentially think that it'll be Lars Sullivan, but like you said, it might be double count out or I don't know, something like that. They won't injure Ohno's push.
Definitely one that throws you, doesn't it? It's a throw match. It's one of them that you kind of.
It's a hard one to pick. I'm probably happy to go for Lars Sullivan as well. He's the only one really who's got a reputation to lose, hasn't he? If you think about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm like Roxy. I'm going to stick with Lars Sullivan as well.
I remember when we had the Apollo Crews Baron Corbin match, we all thought it was going to be two big monsters, and at the end they were just like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
Well, that's because of the people who are involved. I don't rate Crews or Corbin. That's just me.
Well, we'll get on to Corbin.
Vince, I don't like the big guys.
He's got a face on his belly, damn it. So we did mention Velveteen Dream. Let's get to Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black, because Aleister Black is probably just going to kick his head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shock.
You're
And
going
I'm going
Velveteen,
Velveteen
aren't
Dream. I am, yeah.
Oh,
I am.
really?
They're both undefeated as well, aren't they?
Yes.
But I don't like we were just saying with Sullivan. Sullivan, regardless what happens there, to me it's not going to affect him that much. It's exactly the same, I think, with Black. It won't affect him going to the main card in the future. Do you know what I mean? He looks $1 million when you look at him. Do you know what I mean? Covered in tattoos, he's got a gimmick which stands out. Probably the best fucking entrance in wrestling today. Entrance theme in wrestling today. But the Velveteen Dream needs it more. He needs that momentum. Do you know what I mean? And that would be funny. I could see the title on that guy by mid next year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Easily. I go with Velveteen.
Easily done.
I can see the title on one of these guys, but it's not the Dream. I think. I think this one's a little different. I think Black has more to lose in this match because I think they want to groom him to be the one to take the belt off Drew and then have Drew come back up to the main roster. I mean, McIntyre Black seems to be the big match that and they're actually building pretty well to that one. So this is one where I think if Dream loses, no one's going to say, "Oh wow, you really screwed up." Everybody's expecting him to lose. So
he can handle it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. I think it with all respect to what you're saying, and I get it. I just think I think Black has more to lose. A loss to him would really kind of be like, okay, where do we go from here with this guy? Whereas the Dream, it's like, all right, well, he lost to maybe the number 2 guy in the organization, number 3 guy. That's all right. It's one of these things where you see it so often. You win by putting on a good show, and if the Dream takes Aleister Black to his limits, it's still a win. So I got to go with Black on this one.
Same with me on this one. I'm going to go with Aleister Black, and I look at the guy like the Velveteen Dream, and then I think of Leo Rush because I'm like, you done effed up, son, because that's your former tag team partner right there, and he's getting this big push, and if you would have kept your mouth shut, we'd actually be seeing you on TV. But yeah, Velveteen Dream, love the dude, same with Aleister Black, but Black's getting the dub in this one. I'm picking Aleister Black.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick Aleister Black as well for this one as well, purely because, like, the Velveteen Dream's taken an amazing step forward in his career, and Black is one of the top wrestlers I think at the moment in not just NXT but in the WWE company. Yeah. And I personally think that if Aleister Black wins, it's potentially a step forward in the right direction for Royal Rumble in January.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's a big ask, but I think it could potentially happen. So I'm going Black as well.
I'm just imagining.
By myself.
I'm just imagining how loud you're gonna laugh when you're the only one that gets that right.
Oh, how we'll laugh.
So, Roxy, you're thinking Black might be an entrant in the Royal Rumble, right? You're like setting yourself up for soul-crushing disappointment early this year.
I could see that though.
To be quite honest with you, I think that when we had the AJ Styles debut.
Yeah.
I think that was like huge, and I think that everybody is expecting us to have a big draw this year.
I agree with you. No, I think when the Rumble, I think we've become the last few years. I think we've been accustomed to a big. I mean, yesterday I was reading, the same old shit on the dirt sheets, and someone was like, Kenny Omega. His contract only finishes 31st of January, son. There's still a 90-day no-compete, so we won't be at frickin' the Rumble.
I would also probably be right in thinking that they might do something special for this Royal Rumble, because I was born in the year the first Royal Rumble was put on, and I'm 30 next year. So am I right in thinking it's the 30th anniversary of the Royal Rumble?
What year were you born?
I was born in 88, or was it in 87?
No, the first one was 88.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a pay-per-view.
Was it not?
It was the 2020 men and Hacksaw. There's a trivia question.
Yeah,
he won the first Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get what you're saying about the Rumble. My thing is like last year, remember how we were all just so built up for the Rumble? No one knew who was going to win, and they just absolutely shit the bed on that thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like, I've got real low expectations for the Rumble. But I mean, look at what they've done with Survivor Series. I mean, they actually really built a hell of a pay-per-view, and I'm just like, last few weeks been scratching my head saying, wow, they actually got something right.
Yeah.
A pay-per-view with an actual build to it.
Yeah. Oh, it's shocking. I know.
Rather than just putting matches building feuds within like 2 weeks of a pay-per-view. Like,
yeah, we spent a whole month with this, and I mean, and last night was beautiful. I mean, just fantastic stuff.
Agreed.
Like 1998 all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go to the only chick in the room for the next one because it's the Women's Championship match for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. We have Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce. Poor Billie Kay never gets a shout.
Really, are you really asking me this question?
For the sake of asking, yeah.
Anybody else but Nikki Cross. I mean, that woman is phenomenal. Like literally, I would lick the shit off her boots. I think she's amazing. she's just fantastic. I mean, like the only other one in that competition, really, I think could potentially be Ember Moon, but I think that her push kind of came to a bit of a halt when she faced Asuka. I think that was the biggest thing that she's had since, up until now. And, to be honest with you, it's got to be Nikki Cross. Oh my God, that woman. Oh, that woman. Nikki Cross. Sorry, I'm gonna go and lie down in a cold room for like 5 minutes.
My God!
To be honest, the only one I don't think it could be would be Kairi Sane because I think it's too early for her.
It is too early for her. Yeah.
She hasn't. I gotta be honest. No, that does sound disrespectful to the girl, but she has no character yet.
No, it hasn't.
It almost seems like she's come off. I know that's the character that she's brought over with her from Japan.
Yeah.
But it's almost like when you look at it, it's too nice. It's like Dolly mixtures. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like sweets. It's just there's nothing to her character in terms of that her style is threatening. I would love to see her and Asuka go toe to toe. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But not yet.
Not yet. It's I on the other hand, I risk Toxie's venom here. I risk Roxy's venom. I gotta go with Peyton Royce. I love that woman. I adore that
Peyton
woman.
Royce as well.
I just think while she's got Billie Kay next to her and you've got that cemented duo, it's very much like when Summer Rae had the title.
Oh, God.
And she had Sasha Banks and
Charlotte.
Next to her, I just think it's going to be down to, I would say, a case of how they not marketing. Australia, for instance, when they go over to Australia, I'm sure there's a tour coming within the next month or 8 to 8 weeks in Australia.
Yeah.
Same as India.
Yep.
I'm just that is what's there. It's not built on talent, as I do believe she's come a long way in a short amount of time on talent wise and her ability. I do agree with Nikki Cross should have it based on her talent and her ability, but I just think WWE are going to pull it based on where they're going down the road.
But if they were going to pull it and have Peyton Royce as champion because of the whole, like, they want to be marketable in Australia, then why the fuck did they fire Emma?
True.
That was a big no-no.
True.
I respect your opinion. I don't like it. But I respect it.
So, as much as I love all these women and Nikki Cross as well, like one Roxy Toxic over there, I am going to say, out of this one, I'm going to agree with the Butcher, and my pick as well is Miss Peyton Royce. And the way I see it coming down is, I also could be wrong on this, but I could see Ember Moon, who I think is best right now in the chase and the hunt for the championship. She hits the Eclipse on somebody, pretty much tosses Ember Moon out of there, and Peyton Royce comes in for the 1, 2, 3, and Peyton Royce is going to be your NXT Women's Champion. So I'm picking Peyton Royce.
Whew. I like Mike's scenario. I got to take a different approach from all you guys, though. And the thing is, I think it comes down to either Kairi Sane or Ember Moon. And I'll explain why. Ember would be, it really depends how big a stamp that Hunter and Vince want to put on the Mae Young Classic. Because if they want to establish the Mae Young Classic as, hey, the person who wins this is really the best in the world, then Sane's going to go over in this match. And they're going to say, here's the Mae Young Classic winner. I know she doesn't have the best personality in the world. I agree with you guys. But if you put Kairi Sane as the NXT champion, then you kind of create this, it's almost like this seamless break between Asuka and her. And yeah, Asuka's got more personality than Sane right now, but they've got, and we're already talking about the dream match of Asuka and her, so there's similar personalities, and you can kind of transfer what made Asuka so deadly and dangerous to her and saying, hey, look, this girl ran undefeated through the Mae Young Classic. Now she survives this crazy fatal four-way, and she wins the title, so now you've solidified her as she's the one to beat. If they don't put it on her, then I like Ember to get the win just based on that last match he had with Asuka. She would be the one deserving it. But I love your guys' scenario about Ember hits the Eclipse, Peyton steals the win, Billie Kay's obviously going to be involved in this thing. If it was a fatal four-way elimination, then I don't give Peyton any chance in that kind of scenario. But with what you guys are saying, it very well, it could be any of them, any of the four. But I'm actually going to go with Kairi Sane in this match just because I think, like, there was a lot of talk, remember, after she won that they were just going to hand her the belt. And I thought, oh, that would be a travesty, man. You just, shit on the entire women's roster, let her cut right to the front of the line and hand her the belt because she won this tournament. So I think that I do think they want to solidify the Mae Young Classic winner as something special, and this is her coronation. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, we're pretty split on that one. One of two. I say this all the time in NXT, but there's only one main event. One of two main events. NXT Championship: Drew McIntyre versus Andrade Almas.
I'm torn here.
I gotta say Drew.
I am. I'm really torn because since Almas came in, I've wanted him to get the push that he deserved, and he just didn't have it. And I'm at the same time that saying
he became NXT's Zack Ryder, didn't he?
I believe Drew is a lot. See, we all know what happens when you go to the main card.
Yeah.
But I watched Drew grow in the company that has many names. And then, but I seen him build himself up back through Britain, and you know what I mean, the indies in Britain, going to ICW, your progress and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like, I want the Brit side of me wants Drew to, finally achieve what he should have achieved years ago, being the chosen one, and that's the big one. But there's that part of me that I just want Almas. I do. I think the guy's amazing. And I think, well, he's got Thea Trinidad next to him. But at the same time, I can actually see him, after this, sending Almas to the main roster. So I gotta go Drew. I gotta go Drew.
Yeah, I'm Drew.
It's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah. I, as well, I'm going to go Drew McIntyre. Zelina Vega, I love her. She's smoking. Austin Aries, you lucky man. I'm going to say it's going to be a hell of a match. I've been really impressed with Andrade's work, but I, too, am going to go Drew McIntyre to retain the NXT Championship.
Yeah. I just think with Drew, it's still really early in his reign, and he's he's got some statement wins like the one over Roddy and that sort of thing, and I think this is another step on that road to kind of it's too soon to bring him up, and it's too soon to pull the belt off of him.
Yeah.
And he's kind of been overshadowed by all this Undisputed Era, Sanity, Authors of Pain craziness, and I don't think you want that's not what you want for the NXT champion to be. To be like the Jinder Mahal of NXT, that sort of thing, where it's like, yeah, he's the champ, but that's not really where the story's at. And, let this stuff play out and then kind of maybe around like the Rumble, around NXT Takeover Philly or something like that. Then see where we are then. But I think for this match, Drew's going to go over.
Yeah, I agree. I totally think that Drew McIntyre will retain the title. I mean, I think more so the fact that I think it's agreed that we'll all really enjoy this match and it'll be pretty phenomenal. Not to quote another WWE wrestler, but I genuinely think that with the way that NXT run things, with the way that they put their championships on guys, they usually have quite a long reign. So I don't see McIntyre losing it anytime soon. So my pick's McIntyre too.
All right, full house for Drew. So on to the main event. I think, was it 20 or 30 years ago the match started?
20.
20 years ago, War Games started in WCW, so they are changing it slightly, aren't they? Some very
just a
slight
bit.
differences.
I need this explained to me because I'm totally lost. Like I don't understand. There's a cage and people are climbing and there's fighting and yeah, I don't get it. It's not just like an old school version of
Mike. You're the WCW guy. I'll hand it over to you.
So it's pretty much it's a double cage. This is from what I remember too. It's a double cage. They're both in there, and then they come in during like intervals and stuff. Yeah, it's just like they're fighting in a double cage, and it's a brutal fight. It's a brutal, no disqualification, no holds barred matchup, and just two rings and just one cage. It just engulfs them. It's just one hell of a brawl.
It's awesome.
Well, let me ask you guys this, because I've had some questions about, because I'm an old school WCW guy as well. In the old days, it was two rings. It was a cage. There was a top on the cage. Is there a top on this cage?
This is what I'm confused by, because in the original one, well, in WCW, had a top on it, didn't it? And I'm like,
yes.
If it's got a top on it,
it's a giant Hell in a Cell cage covering two, but a lot shorter, because like the guys would stand on the top row. Like I remember Road Warrior Hawk, like military pressing somebody into the top of the cage numerous times. Because the cage was a lot. It wasn't a 20-foot tall cage. The other big difference is, okay, you've got three teams here. In the original War Games, you'd have the two guys would start off for like 5 minutes. Then every 90 seconds, somebody else would enter from the other team. So each team would have an advantage for a period of time and you couldn't lose until everybody was in, and then somebody had to surrender. And here it's pinfall or submission. There is, I guess, submission counts as surrender. But yeah, that's my big thing is you got guys, and they're bringing back shark cages. What is their obsession with shark cages this year?
They got toys.
Anybody got any theories about that?
They got toys to sell.
I guess so.
I guess the modern day version of War Games, if you want to equate to anything, before it actually officially coming back, you look at a certain company in their Lethal Lockdown match with one TNA.
A shark cage, though. It's got an air of Sharknado about it. I don't know. Shit, like, I just don't understand. I don't understand these things. I'm just a stupid.
Yeah. The thing I am glad about is that they're doing this at NXT and not at the main roster, because
is it just like a typical fight? There's no tag team titles involved, is it?
No.
Okay. Because that would have been the only throw I had, because that was one thing I was unsure about.
It's 3 teams of 3. So we got Authors of Pain with Roderick Strong versus Sanity versus the Undisputed Era.
Do you know what? This is gonna fit. The only reason I'm going for this is because I think they really, really want to push this group. Authors of Pain Strong doesn't make no fucking sense. Sanity. So it's just, to me, it's Sanity against what they called.
The Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Ring of Honor era.
Yeah, Ring of Honor era. But just go with that one. I gotta go with Fish, O'Reilly, and you know what I mean, baby. I have to. It's just Roderick Strong's gonna get pinned, or if there's no top on it, I'd expect every member to have to escape. You would think that, wouldn't you?
They haven't given that
sense.
They haven't given escape as an option for victory, but who knows? Until you actually see the damn thing, they're not giving much away as far is there a top on this thing or not. Who knows?
Or does Roderick Strong actually turn and join them? Do you know what I mean?
Possible.
Or do we get another Ring of Honor superstar?
Who's Jay Lethal's going to show up?
Yeah.
I'd mark out. That'd be me done. That'd be me done.
Has anybody seen any team other than Team ROH? Is what I'm going to call them. It's a better name.
I mean, like you're saying, there's no title on the line. Authors of Pain are going to get called up. I think that's definitely coming. This might just be their like last hurrah, just to show what they can do. I think they were messing around with these guys for weeks, saying, "Okay, do we bring them up? Do we? Oh, look, we got work. Okay, yeah, let's keep them down here just for the shock factor of this whole thing." But yeah, I think Team ROH or whatever the hell you want to call them.
I have a question quickly coming off that with the authors coming up. Do they get repackaged when they come up, right? When you attire? Because if they come up with any time while the Shield are together, there's gonna be a fucking train wreck on social media. Whoa! They can't wear them vests. Well, they the new Shield? No.
No, you put them on SmackDown and build that up for another year or something like that. But
but they
or they come up and looking like the Bludgeon Brothers did for like a couple of matches.
It could be the anti-Shield though. I think if they went with that kind of angle, it would be pretty cool. Being as the Shield are now back together.
Or
I'd love to see Razor punch fucking Dean Ambrose in the mouth.
Or they could replace Paul Ellering with D'Lo Brown.
No. Oh god.
I just want to angle back in.
That's a big no-no. Oh god.
Rich Roman Reigns. I hate him. I hate Roman Reigns.
Yes, but I think we all can agree. I'm gonna go with Undisputed Era, aka Team ROH.
I agree too.
Alright, full house for that one as well.
Full house.
Okay, before we go to a break, let's do the final round of trivia because we've only got two. We've only got two challenges. Trivia. Now it feels like 2016.
Oh, I miss that.
Oh God, I'm so confident not.
Here we go. So, challenger first. Over to the butcher for the questions. Again, no time limit.
Right. Okay. Right. Challenger first. Roxy, who is currently the youngest WWE World Heavyweight Champion in history?
The youngest. Randy Orton?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
She marked out.
Yes.
He was 24. Brock was 25.
Fucking Randy Orton. Randy Orton who looks like he's back in 2007, as I've said many a times with that hair.
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to look 24 again.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Mike.
Yes.
Who was the first ever WWE Hardcore Champion? Oh,
Mick Foley, that guy.
Roxy was like, no!
Mick Foley, that guy.
Right, okay. Roxy. How many people have won the Ring of Honor World Championship more than once?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. 2.
It's 3.
Oh!
Twice.
3.
No extra points, but can anyone name the 3 of them?
Adam Cole, Jay Lethal, and
Dave.
Samoa Joe.
Jay Briscoe.
Jay
Briscoe. Jay Briscoe.
Well, yeah.
Actually, it was Austin Aries won it twice as well.
Twice.
So it was Austin Aries, Jay Briscoe, and Adam Cole,
Yeah.
baby.
Baby.
Right, okay. Mike, in what year did Goldberg win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship?
Okay, I'm looking at the Georgia Dome as we speak here.
Oh,
so, the
That's
Hulkster,
a hell of a
baby.
view you got there.
Yes, I got it in 1998, man.
Yeah, that's correct. He's a bastard.
Oh, was a sold out show. That's one of the most iconic episodes of CW Nitro.
Right, Roxy. Who was the first person to win the WWE, WCW, and ECW World Championship?
Oh Christ. Oh. It's not Christian, is it?
No. It's the Big Show.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
There
right.
you go, see? Mike, who did Andre the Giant defeat in a $15,000 body slam challenge at WrestleMania 1?
The legendary, may he rest in peace, Big John Studd.
Correct.
3 for 3. Need this to stay in.
This is horrible.
Lovely. I can't. I'm so excited.
You could get it because it's been mentioned that many times in the past week or 2 weeks. In what year was the first War Games match?
Oh, oh my God. I'm sure you said it earlier on. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, God. 1991?
87.
Oh!
Yeah, I forgot we mentioned it a few minutes ago.
Shit.
Well, I did try to say. Well, it has been mentioned.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, there we go. Mike retains. You go on to day 300 tomorrow.
All right, that was fun, guys. Fun with both Dave and Roxy. All right, guys, that was sweet.
Trivia's not over though. At the end of the show, I got a quick round of rhyme time for us.
All right. Cool.
But there we go. We're gonna go to a break now. When we come back, not only are we gonna predict Survivor Series, but we've all got a promo. We'll be.
How hard is it to find, sequels that spam and goes as good as the first? If this film does not make you smile, or then there's something really, really wrong with you as a person.
Together, the two sequels brought in $576.5 million.
How much?
$576.5 million between the 2 and 3. Brand new show Hidden Gems is at DB Hidden Gems on Twitter.
Well, welcome back to Promo Series 2. Now we've predicted NXT TakeOver, Mike has retained his title, and now we go on to Survivor Series for this Sunday. We have 8 matches, including the pre-show. And yes, actually the pre-show match is the only one that's just one brand. Every other match is inter-promotional.
I think the only thing I heard was they were going to add like a Raw vs. SmackDown match on the pre-show, but I think that's yet.
Oh, not another friggin' t-shirt battle royal.
Yeah.
It would make sense, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be a pay-per-view without a shitty battle royal.
Okay, so
I'm going for Mojo Rawley to win it.
Yeah.
Who's even in it?
Well, Andre the Giant once won a battle royal.
Exactly.
Well, by process of elimination, you got to figure Jason Jordan wins the battle royal, right?
Dad, don't take me out of the match, Dad. I'm just like you, Dad.
How come you don't want me, man?
Pedigree like your dad, at least, so that was good.
Yeah.
How come you don't want me, man?
Yes, the Fresh Prince, Fred Marine.
That is one of the best photoshops I've ever seen.
Oh man.
Of Jason Jordan photoshopped onto Will Smith.
That's the one I posted up earlier on.
That is genius.
Is that the one I put up earlier on, was it?
It looks so good.
Please don't do this, Kurt. I'm just like you.
Do you know what? I didn't cringe.
Daddy wasn't there.
it just made me angry.
Yeah.
It just made me angry because I just thought, why the fuck are they doing this? Why are they having Kurt Angle look so stupid and ridiculous?
But
Yeah, my son just got pedigreed, and I'm just gonna be like, all right.
Okay.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Told you I hated this fucking gimmick.
So how much you think we're gonna get? It could be role reversal. We could get Angle versus H at the Rumble, and then the WrestleMania match, unfortunately, is Angle versus Jason Jordan.
I'd say there's a better than average chance of that.
Yeah, right.
I was really, really hoping that just all we can do, people, is pray that Jason Jordan breaks his leg or something.
Well, they were cheering, thank you, Wyatt, after freaking.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that the fact that the whole arena popped, booed him when he came down limping badly.
Yep.
I mean, talk about selling an injury. You know what I mean? And then he gets pedigreed and go. It's just like, why are they doing anything like this?
Well, my favorite line was, "Please reconsider."
Maybe we might get a storyline where Jason Jordan wishes death on his father. I don't even want you as my dad anymore. You're not my father. You were never there.
Chad Gable's your real son. I know it.
That's it. Terrible.
Okay. I can't believe how much I've come to hate Enzo Amore, but I'm gonna say Enzo wins on the pre-show.
I am going with Daz on that. I'm saying Enzo retains with the Giordano, aka defeat.
The Giordano.
He's taking on Kalisto again, right?
Yes.
Here's the thing. While it seems that way, now that you got the rumor mill, the dirt sheets are all reporting big progress with Neville in WWE. He could be back anytime. I would not be surprised to see him just beat the hell out of Enzo and maybe allowing Kalisto to win the match. Absent that happening, a Neville appearance, Enzo wins this thing.
Yeah, I'm of that opinion. I mean, I've read so much shit this week on dirt sheets. Dirt sheets have just gone through the roof this week, and I love dirt sheets. You know what they?
Yes.
I mean, I've read. We're gonna see the anti group formed, with guys that are complaining or have been sent away from the UK because they've disrupted things here. So that'd be Neville. That'd be Zayn and Owens. So maybe we're gonna get a faction with Zayn, Owens, Rusev, and Neville. That's already been done with with Wade Barrett, fucking Sheamus, and fucking everyone else.
United Nations.
Do you know what I mean?
But this group but that group would actually be good.
It would make sense.
Instead of the League of Nations,
I said something the other week, and I said, you know what? I can see Daniel Bryan turning, and I actually thought to myself, could Daniel Bryan join Zayn and Owens? In some capacity, do you know what I mean? Or is he going to be the next GM on Raw?
Or just say, you got me choke slam, Shane, you piece of shit. Here's what you get. Could. The build to Survivor Series feels like something else is going to happen. But
wouldn't be a Survivor Series out of turn, would it?
Yeah, let's say Neville does show up. It'll be the biggest pop a cruiserweight gets since he showed up at the Rumble last year, probably.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be. I got to go with Enzo though. I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I unless there's a Neville involvement, Enzo's gonna win.
I think that Enzo will win because Itami is gonna come and attack Kalisto.
I was even gonna say, as Roxy said, we got so many. Yeah, we got so many of them coming in. We got Hideo with Tommy possibly going 205, Rockstar Spuds going to 205, a lot of the UK talents. Yep.
So, yeah, that's the only reason why I think he'll retain is because someone takes a dirty shot at Kalisto.
The only thing, I love that idea. The only issue is, I guess unless they're trying to sell you on the fact that, see, this is why you've got to watch the pre-show, idiots, because stuff like this sometimes happens. Yeah. But otherwise it'd be like, well, that'd be something for the main show. But, yeah, you may exactly be saying, hey, here's why you got to watch SmackDown. Titles change on SmackDown, and here's why you got to watch the pre-show, because you get these NXT call-ups that come out of nowhere. Yeah, I'd love to see a Tommy beat the hell out of both these guys. That'd be great.
Please.
That would be cool, GTS.
Yeah.
A double GTS.
On both.
On both. Yeah.
On both. No title change. Just leave it time. He's standing there with the title in his hand. That would be better than anyone winning.
Yeah.
The place would just go crazy.
Well, yeah. Then this match for like the 1,050th time already.
All right. Main card then. I'm gonna go to the Butcher first for this one because it's a Butcher's guy. Miz and Baron Corbin.
Yes.
Motherfuckers. This is horrible. See, I'm not like Roxy. I don't dislike Corbin, but I love the Miz. Oh, it's fucking. It has to be the Miz. Corbin can't live with that man. That man's a god.
So,
like Roxy said she would lick the shit off Nikki Cross's boots. I would sniff the Miz's boxes. I think that man is absolute legendary. It's just the guy's a god.
Is that because Maurice's hand's been in there?
Oh.
Yeah.
So I
No,
too,
it's got a Miz.
Yeah. So I too am gonna go with the Miz, not to the extent of what the Butcher just said, but yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Miz, and he's gonna knock Baron Corbin's teeth down his fucking throat.
I am. Sorry, go on.
No, go Roxy. I want to hear what you would do to the Miz, so I'm curious.
Yeah, go ahead, Roxy.
Oh, I wouldn't do anything to the Miz. He's not my kind of person. He's not. He's not my type. But
Right.
I'll give him an A+ for the effort and the energy that he's put in over all these years. He truly is, the typical guy who's come from nothing to make himself into something, and we've watched it all before our eyes on, WWE, like, in the company. But, like, I think that the Miz will win, because what's the point in losing to Baron Corbin? And I don't know whether I'm happy about it or not, but because everybody's getting on board with the Miz now and his character, I think that we could see a potential face turn soon. It didn't work out for him the first time, but I'm a bit dubious about whether it'll work out this time or not. But I think we'll see him turn face soon. Just got that feeling.
I think we're gonna have a clean sweep. I'm going with the Miz as well. I think this is where Baron Corbin's lone wolf attitude gets him in trouble, because you got to factor they've been absent for a while. I know pushed to the side because of the whole bar thing, but where's the Miztourage been for weeks now? This might be the match where they make their reappearance and assist the Miz in getting a victory over Baron Corbin. But yeah, I mean, you got to figure Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion. They need to build the prestige of the IC title up a little bit more. Having the Miz go over Baron Corbin, I can't take Corbin serious. I still have in my mind that failed Money in the Bank cash in and how god awful that was. Oh, and I'm like, this guy's the United States champion now. Miz has got to win this match.
Poor Baron.
No doubt.
He was on such a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Belly roll.
And then he
That's definitely
tweeted
a punishment when you put with Sin Cara in it.
Oh dear, yeah.
Yeah, this is out of the whole SmackDown roster, Sin Cara's our number one contender, huh? All right.
And I love these
where's Sammy? Where's Sammy? Where's Kevin Owens?
Ty Dillinger.
Anybody? The Butcher? Put the Butcher in there instead of Sin Cara, for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Like Corbin can go. Corbin can go. This is wrestling, Baron. It's not real. It's not real. Don't punch me.
One thing that's been absent from Survivor Series, we've actually got quite a lot of tag team matches this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got 2 traditional Survivor Series matches. We've also got the SmackDown versus Raw Tag Team Champions, Usos versus The Bar.
Yeah, this is the one you don't want to sleep on. And you don't want to miss this match, because this one could steal the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially with just... Yeah.
It's crazy how much we flipped. Like, this time last year. We
Oh,
hated the Miz.
yeah.
We hated the Usos.
Yeah.
We loved Enzo.
Yeah. the TV this year just on segments alone of being just built around perfection with guys like the Usos and the Miz. Even the Bar. I mean, all right, I can't stand it when Cesaro speaks at the moment, man. They should just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Tell him no, don't let him anywhere near.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. You don't want either one to lose, really.
Yeah, I'd rather see the Usos win.
I want the Usos to win. Do you know what I mean? Cesaro telling them they're gonna break out to the Uso penitentiary. No, you know.
Every time he speaks, he's like he's got a mouthful of mashed potatoes.
Usos will win the Slammy.
Yeah, they're already my tag team of the year.
But they'll actually earn it this year.
Yeah. Yeah, superb. They just definitely took my kind of thinking away. You know, I've been not anti-tag team wrestling, but tag team wrestling hasn't existed for years. But they've kind of like, for years I've gone, they're overrated. Do you know what I mean? I'm flicking down to people seeing them, and I've seen them this year with the New Day, and you've just got to compliment both.
Yeah, and after you watch them this year, you think, shit, maybe I underrated them actually.
Yeah, underrated. Yeah, exactly. It's got to be. I want the Usos. I want the Usos.
That Hell in a Cell made pay-per-view for me.
Yeah,
me too.
It just goes to show just how well that people that you often underrate can actually perform. So,
that's it.
Who you guys are all picking the Usos?
Yeah.
Usos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's going with the Usos too.
Well, yeah, I gotta go with the thuggin', buggin', and straight muggin' Usos. Yes.
So I'll be the lone dissenter and go with the Bar. Just because I think, as much as the Usos have improved in this year, man, Cesaro and Sheamus came out of nowhere, and those guys just keep getting better. The series they had with Rollins and Ambrose was fantastic. I think that this is a good statement victory for the Bar. The Usos don't lose much by losing this match. I think they want to make Cesaro and Sheamus look a little bit stronger. I don't know where they go with the whole Shield thing after this thing, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Bar on this one. Just to be a little different about it. I think they gain a little bit more than the Usos do from this win.
Let's just have the authors of pain just show up.
That could happen too.
And kick the shit out of both of you. Like, well, where are they going? Raw or SmackDown?
Every match at Survivor Series has a non-finish.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
Next, let's do the women's 5-on-5. Giggity. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. We've got TBA for Team SmackDown now.
I'll tell you, I'm calling Paige on this shit.
I thought Nikki Bella.
I'm calling. No!
See, John's coming back. Nikki's got to come back.
Oh God.
No, not yet.
No.
I mean, I'd rather her never come back, but
I'd call Paige.
God. But then you got to think, where's Natalya? You know what I mean? Natalya's got to fit to a certain extent as well.
Yeah, well, you'd think.
I thought she was supposed to take Charlotte's place, right?
Yeah, that's what you'd think.
So, wouldn't you? You'd think so, but I mean, I was just thinking, the obvious one is Paige.
The only thing that throws me off Paige is she was meant to return on Raw, but obviously she got a bit Instagram happy. So that if it is Paige, then they've changed it at the very last minute.
Makes sense, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Although I don't see why they fucking cancelled it anyway. We knew she was coming back anyway. It's not like she spoiled anything.
I don't know. That's wishful thinking for me. I just think the place would go fucking crazy if Paige come back.
She spoiled something for me, to be quite honest. But I'll leave that for another show.
Anybody saying Team Raw?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think Raw. To me, it's very similar to last year's match, and the Raw roster is arguably a little bit. Well, I don't know about better. They lost Charlotte and picked up Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox is definitely a problem for Team Raw.
Yeah.
But I look at the SmackDown side of things. You could say the same thing about Miss Money in the Bank. She's kind of a weak link as well.
Yes.
I want to say this is Nia Jax's moment to shine, but realistically, you got to figure Asuka's the sole survivor. It's just an absolute melee, and Asuka's the only one left standing. How are you going to go against a team with Asuka on there? I mean, somebody would have to beat her.
I think so.
Somebody have to beat her, or she'd have to be disqualified or counted out. I think Asuka's the last one standing at the end of this thing, and Raw wins.
I, too, am going to agree with Dave. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. Paige is going to probably be the 5th person for Team SmackDown, and I got to go with Team Raw just because Asuka's on there, and she ain't getting pinned in that match.
You could have Asuka taken out in another fashion, though, couldn't you?
That is true, but I got
to build towards something else. I don't know, but
yeah, you could, but I think this is a great moment to make her just. You bring Paige back.
What if an altercation happened between Nia and Asuka? You seen it at the end of that segment. You know when they were all hugging and shit, and Asuka has older Nia, and I was like, "Get the fuck off!" What you doing?
Yeah, I mean, Asuka's beaten her down a couple times already.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Of course, nothing that happens at NXT counts apparently, or not doesn't fully count. But
Dana punching her because she got a death wish.
Oh my god. That kick was awesome.
What are you doing? Get off. Are you crazy?
And I think the factor in there, though, guys, is Carmella, because I think she might cost her team. And when we get to Lex and Charlotte, I'll give my thoughts on what I think is going to happen.
I'm very surprised she didn't cash in on SmackDown as soon as Charlotte won, and then Charlotte would still be in the 5-on-5.
Yeah,
she should have cashed in after Team Raw beat the hell out of Charlotte last night.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, let's do the Shield versus the New Day.
Shield.
Yeah, gotta be the Shield.
It has to be, doesn't it? It has to be.
Doesn't make any sense otherwise.
No, it's the Shield, and. It should be a good match, but yeah, it's the Shield.
No, I'm pretty
sure
it's going to be a great match. As you
In
said,
fact, I'm probably most excited about this match next to the Usos in the Bar, to be honest.
Yeah, they really bigged up Kofi this week.
These are the two standout ones for me.
Oh, we got this many titles altogether. Well, most of them are Kofi. He's really good.
There's definitely going to be some good spots in there.
Oh yeah.
I would think they'd be utilizing Kofi and Rollins quite a bit. You know what I mean? Where you'll see Xavier and Dean possibly exchanging, and you got the two bigs.
Yeah.
Biggie and Roman. You know.
Absolutely.
But Kofi and Roman, Rollins will be nice to see. Xavier Woods against Rollins would be nice. So.
Oh yeah.
And next up, we'll go to the women again for Alexa Bliss versus now Charlotte.
Okay.
I want to hear Mike's theory first here.
Okay, sure.
Okay, let's go to Mike.
All right, so I have Alexa Bliss beat Charlotte, beat her down. She gets the win, and all of a sudden the music hits. It's Carmella. She's fabulous. Carmella comes in, cashes in on Charlotte. 1, 2, 3. Carmella's the women's champ for SmackDown.
I was going to go with that. I think they do pull it before the turn of the year. I think they've got to pull it. Either she wins. I think there's a decision that's been made. She's either going to win. I know it's a win or lose. I'd love to see her fucking fail because, like Dave said earlier on, the girl ain't ready. She's not. By any means is she ready. But people like controversy, don't they?
Yep.
People like controversy, and I just think maybe she needs a chance to go against someone like Charlotte to just show if she can go. If she can't go, then Charlotte will be taking it back, you know. But yeah, I like what Mike said. I mean, I got to go for Charlotte win. Then Charlotte win, beat down, and then cash
I said
will
Alexa
sell.
would win on that one, not Charlotte.
But I think Charlotte.
Oh, you're gonna go Charlotte? Okay.
Yeah. I think Ric Flair will be there. I think Ric Flair.
Yeah, I gotta go with Dave on. I think the Ric Flair thing has created way too much momentum for Charlotte to lose to Alexa, but that even throws more heat on Carmella. If Charlotte wins, her and her dad are embracing, and say Ellsworth and Carmella, that's all been a scam the whole time, and they're in on this thing together, and Ellsworth actually attacks. Well, Rick probably can't really get physically involved, but I like Dave's idea. I do think this is the most likely spot for a cash-in, and just really piss people off. Charlotte defeats Natalya, gets the title, embraces with her dad, beats Alexa Bliss, embraces with her dad, and then there's some major attack that goes down. Maybe, if Natty's not the fifth member, maybe she gets involved and beats the hell out of Charlotte, enabling Carmella as the cat. Yeah, I don't see Alexa winning this match, and she doesn't need it. Yeah. But for Carmella to get the win, or for Charlotte to get the win, it just kind of creates the whole Ric Flair thing. Of course, they do have a problem with the last time we saw Charlotte and her dad on screen together. Well, they basically shit the bed on that last night, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
It's like the last time we saw Charlotte and her dad together, she was slapping him and making him cry. And now here we go. Oh, everything's cool now. Oh, dad had a health crisis and a 30 for 30 special. Forget all that shit that happened. Don't worry about that.
Fucking all.
Exactly. You guys are supposed to have short-term memory loss. Don't you remember that? No, I don't remember that. Oh, see, it's working already.
You remember when you treated her like a dog, treated him like a dog, and said, get out of my ring, old man, and all that crap? Yeah.
Yeah. And then they seem to be reconciling, and then she said, just kidding, old man, you're still a piece of crap. So, and then the next thing you know, we're embracing, and it's all good. Yeah. So but yeah, of course, it's the whole WWE way of insulting our intelligence. But that's all right.
Dave, I was always like that when they had John Cena and Randy Orton be on the same thing. It's like, hey, John, remember the time when Randy Orton punch-kitted your dad in the head?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did that happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the Bellas are friends. Remember when Nikki told her to die in the womb?
Yeah. The Bellas went back together. You die in the womb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good now, though.
It's all good.
Oh, dear.
What the fuck is wrong?
You may remember when Daniel Bryan's choked out Justin Roberts, but, he's a yes man now, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave and Roxy, final word on that match? Alexa or Charlotte?
Alexa's going to win, and she can come and sit on my face.
Woo!
Wow. Can I be there?
Ow.
I love that woman.
I know you do.
Dibs on second.
Which one is this, Alexa or Charlotte, or both?
Alexa Bliss.
All right.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Buddy Murphy, man. Buddy Murphy.
And Dave, who are you going with?
Who, me?
Yeah.
On this one?
Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, I'm Charlotte.
All right. Okay, two big matches to end with. We'll do AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar first. First time they've ever met.
I love it, but I know Brock is getting the dub.
Oh yeah,
Right,
Brock's got to win.
I'm gonna be quick with this. I'm gonna go AJ Styles, and I'm gonna go for an interference between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could happen.
Right, you're not gonna have two guys like that on the pay-per-view. They gotta be involved somewhere.
They do. I just think it's a different place. But I think see, this is the problem with this match. While I would love AJ Styles to win, and I think he'll put Brock through a lot of stuff that Brock hasn't really had to deal with lately, some true adversity. This is WWE's chance to do what they've wanted to do since they created this stupid Universal Championship, and that is to firmly establish it as the title in WWE. And they could not do that with Brock beating the hell out of Jinder. They had to put the belt on AJ so Brock can beat him to firmly establish Universal Championship is the title. It's the Raw title. We beat arguably the best in the world in AJ Styles. Brock beat him. It'll be a great match. I don't doubt that for a second, but this is their chance to establish the Universal Championship as the title. That's my theory why AJ got the belt at this point in time and not at the Rumble, and Brock's going to win. So there you go.
All right, Mike, Rox?
Brock.
Brock. Simple as that.
It's gonna be Brock. I don't want it to be Brock, or it's gonna be, because, what's the point in letting him be beaten?
Well, as far as interference goes, I mean, Butcher, I like the whole idea with Owens and Zayn, but I think when we get to the other one, I could see them getting involved more with Team Raw and Team SmackDown, and I could see Jinder getting involved and possibly costing AJ, and that'll lead to their match at the next SmackDown pay-per-view next month.
That's where I think they're gonna feature as well in the next match.
I mean, I'd like it to be AJ, but they're obviously pushing Brock to the fucking moon in time for
And I
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
just so Roxy's favorite Roman Reigns can take him down.
Yeah.
I mean, what if you've got Jinder, Owens, and Zayn literally beat both Lesnar and Styles down?
Can we do it without Jinder?
Both keep face. Both keep face then, don't they?
Get rid of him.
There's no Heyman walking out burying AJ Styles and saying, you know what I mean, we beat AJ Styles, and that as golden as Daniel Bryan's promo was on SmackDown.
Yes.
That was Daniel Bryan at his fucking best.
Half hour.
I loved that.
You gotta think.
Half-assed Neva. Yes.
You gotta think there was some genuine feelings there as well when he was dissing
Oh
Brock.
yeah. I'm telling you. It's being called. I said to Mike, just look at him, right? Where does the hair growth and the beard growth come from? Look at the physique change in the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's coming back. He's coming back. Him against Shane.
Or what if Daniel's the one who interferes and hits a running knee on Brock? AJ hits like the 450 and wins. People would lose their collective shit if that happens.
Styles versus Bryan. Oh fuck.
Oh my god. It's too early in the afternoon.
Sorry, the walls just went white.
See, this is it. You know what I mean? And this is like I said this to Dave the other day. I put a message on Dave when we talk about Angle, right? It's a disrespect to Daniel Bryan. Yes, he's got a concussion, and yes, it's serious, but it's a complete disrespect to Daniel Bryan that they allow Kurt Angle to go anywhere near the ring, knowing full well Kurt's issues.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, what the fuck?
I agree 100%. It makes no. It doesn't make. It makes no sense that we know Daniel's got a concussion issue, but he's been cleared by numerous doctors many times over. Kurt got cleared out of nowhere, and you just look at the way Kurt stands in the ring. It's like, what is this exaggerated bend in your knees all the time? It's like it doesn't look healthy, but Kurt can go. And it's like you're telling me that we can't protect Daniel Bryan enough for one match, and that if you have him in the ring, your shareholders are going to lose their collective shit? Sell. It's not going to happen. It's the stupidest reasoning ever. And I think Daniel Bryan saying it that way is all bullshit, and he's just trying to throw people off the scent. That I think he's coming back. When Kane choke slammed him, whatever. I know we didn't see it. When they went there. That changed everything to me, because that's the first time anybody's got physical
showed that he
with
can
him.
take a bump. Regardless whether you've seen it or not, he took a bump. We've got it from Daniel Bryan not allowed to be touched in a ring. People like The Miz saying in segments last year, saying in segments this year, with Daniel Bryan, I can't touch you because of you're not cleared to wrestle.
Yeah.
But now Kane can. Yeah.
Oh, and when he comes back,
bullshit.
The Miz is going to get his ass handed to him by Daniel Bryan.
And I call that an insult to fucking wrestling fans, real wrestling fans around the world. Do you know what I mean? Not these fucking idiots that, go, it's not going to happen. He's not been cleared. The doctor's not wrote him a fucking sick note. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's got a life fucking sick paper off his doctor, dickhead. Be fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, and the thing too is, I'm really looking forward to all that, guys. But also the reason why Brock probably is going to win, because I was hearing possibly for the Rumble they're talking about doing Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
See, I hope not.
I'd rather that than Roman.
Because I don't think that we could do without Finn Balor in the WWE because of an injury at the hands of Brock Lesnar. Because I don't like the way that guy works anyway, so...
I'm ready for Brock to go, if I'm honest. I passed it.
Yeah, I'm done with Brock. He's boring now.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be all for losing Brock as long as we can keep Heyman. I know it's not guaranteed. I'd love Heyman to still stay in the WWE in some capacity and work with someone else. You know, hopefully
somebody not named CM Punk. Yeah, exactly.
I think he'd be an excellent manager for Owens and Zayn.
Yeah, I'd like him somewhere like
I
Kevin
would
Owens.
die.
How brilliant was Heyman's reaction to that proposal?
Oh, that was great.
I'd like him with Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for Joe as well. Yeah, I agree.
And I love Heyman just ruining that moment. That was great, you know. It's like, oh, you thought this would be something to remember. It is for the wrong reason. But at least she said yes. So
At least she
good.
said yes. So how did you get engaged? Oh well, Paul Heyman schooled him. Okay, so the main event likely will be the Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Survivor Series match.
I got to give it to Team Raw, man.
Yeah, the funny thing this week is everybody pointing out the ages of everybody in this match, how old they are. The average age, we see it every week on Raw and SmackDown. The average age is 30 something. Yeah, it's not something new.
Dude, I posted something yesterday that age doesn't matter in pro wrestling. It's why it's the beauty of it being a work, right? Your heroes can kick as much ass at 50 as they did at 25.
Exactly.
And that whole thing, it doesn't matter. You know, that's the greatest part about wrestling being a work is that, yeah, this was legitimate. Oh, come on, yeah, you know, this would be
like
ridiculous.
when you read into it, right? You read into it. Brandy Orton's is the youngest on SmackDown.
Well, yeah, but look at those rosters. I mean, how many guys? There's at least one Hall of Famer in there already, Kurt Angle, and then the rest of them are all surefire first ballot Hall of Famers or real serious potential to be Hall of Famers. How can you complain about Triple H replacing Jason Jordan? and you know damn well that there's a pedigree in Shane's future and there's a pedigree in Kurt's future. And you know, it just this match it's not about their ages. It's about, okay, they're building to something much bigger through this match. And
yeah, but these are the same wrestling fans, though. Are these the same wrestling fans that if we get AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, what they're going to say? Oh, they're both over 40.
Yeah, no one's going to care. They'll be too busy marking out and painting the walls white, as Daz said, you know. So
ridiculous.
I was so happy seeing Triple H walk out.
It's got to be Raw. It's got to be Raw.
Yeah,
you would think
Daniel
so,
Bryan
but
lost SmackDown, I think. I believe that'll be the conversation. I think that'll be the conversation.
You got to figure. This is where Owens and Zayn get involved in some. Now, do they go in business for themselves to sabotage SmackDown, or do they show that they're team players to screw over Team Raw? Like they just get in there. The two of them together can probably handle maybe handle Braun Strowman. That's a big if, but you got to figure they're going to get involved in some manner in this whole thing. But they want to build. See, like I think the thing is they want to build. It's not just Triple H versus Kurt. They want to do Triple H versus Shane, and you got to figure, okay, when's that coming? Is that what this match is all about? But at first blush, it looks like Raw is just way too strong for Team SmackDown. But God damn it, you got Cena and you got Orton, and you, how do you just summarily discount those guys?
I love Corey Graves' quote as well. You know what I mean? You want decimation, you just gained yourself a big time sledgehammer.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you've got, you've got so many past rivalries going on in this match. You know, Angle versus Cena. Nope, I haven't seen that in a few years. Triple H versus Cena. That was always great. Orton and Cena on the same page. Same team. You got Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. Can they coexist? But Braun's the X factor. The SmackDown doesn't really have anything to counter him, as far as I can tell.
I personally think that Raw, like Team Raw, will win, but I think that we'll either see interference from. Put it this way: I think that the way that SmackDown have been acting recently, I think that Triple H may be on the side of like Stephanie, his wife, might come out and try and do something to Shane, or obviously Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn might end up coming out and doing something to Zayn, to Shane as well. But there's also the possibility as well that I think that Jason Jordan's just going to turn on his dad.
Yeah.
And still win. I think he'll be the last guy in the ring. I don't know why, I just got that feeling. But yeah, I'm gonna go Team Raw, but I haven't made up my mind yet on how it's gonna be done. It's gonna be a bit of a dusty finish, I think, or I don't know which way we're going.
Yeah, I think Roxy's on to something there.
Yeah, I agree with Roxy too. I'm gonna go Team Raw.
All by myself. So that's what that feels like.
You laugh when we're all wrong.
Yeah, right. I just think it's time that Team SmackDown takes a loss finally in the Survivor Series.
Yeah, and not only that though, I think it's common knowledge that when SmackDown keeps invading Raw, screws up everything, then Raw are finally gonna get their win at the major pay-per-view, aren't they?
I just thought it was so funny. I mean, no disrespect to SmackDown, but it just how weak their roster looked.
It is.
With Raw standing in there, and just that key moment when I heard Raw, and I was yes.
I think Corey just like quit now.
Oh yeah, just the Shield, 3 guys just completely annihilated. Half of their roster?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be a brand war though without Corey Graves hitting Booker T with a chair.
Yeah, right.
God, please.
I gotta say, I really did enjoy Kurt Angle giving Shane McMahon the angle slam on SmackDown.
That was epic.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm under siege, bitch. How do you like this? He's lucky you didn't put him in the ankle lock, but he got triple power bomb for his.
Yes.
And The Siege, what a horrible movie.
Yes.
I like the second one.
Yeah. Hey, I will go on the record of saying 3 weeks ago I told some people who I do a lot of stuff with. I said I see a pedigree in Shane's future. This is before I even knew Triple H was coming back, so I got that right.
Well, there we go. That's all Survivor Series covered. So, Butcher, do we need to play your music this week? Or are we saving it for next week?
No, we'll save it for next week.
Okay, you can wait a week for a rant.
It's another fucking whinge about fucking shitty packed wrestling.
Yeah. And I'll join him. Yeah, we could do it next week, I guess.
You do it next week.
All right. Okay, before we go any further down, I'll go to the brand of the week from Mike. As it's a pay-per-view coming up, and as it's Raw versus SmackDown, why don't you rate both shows out of 5 as well?
Okay.
All right, let's play your music.
All right. Brand of the week is going to go to SmackDown. I give it a 5 out of 5 because I did enjoy that friggin' brawl at the end was just tremendous. Just Angle and all the rest of the Raw crew coming in and beating up Team SmackDown. The ladies getting involved in the back was sweet. I give it a 5 out of 5 for that. And the only reason I'm going to give Raw a 4 out of 5 because I enjoyed that show as well. I'm going to give it that because, Dad, put me in the match, Dad. Please reconsider. You're taking me out. Yeah, so that's what I'm giving it. But yeah, SmackDown's brand of the week.
I thought you would have taken a point away from Raw for that shitty ending.
That was brilliant.
Oh, well, no. I love the going through the ring stuff because it flashed back to me from Bam Bam Bigelow and Taz from ECW. You think of stuff like The Big Show and The Undertaker on Raw. There's just a lot of, and I love that stuff. So yeah, I had no problem with Braun going there, and then he comes out because he's Braun when you see it go off the air. So yeah, I had no problem with it.
Okay. All right, promo time. Who would like to go first? See everyone jumping at it.
Let Dave go first.
All right.
I can go. I can try. I mean, this is going to be really, really bad, but let me think about this for a second. I'm going to go off on Vincent Kennedy McMahon, baby. You took my ideas and you shit all over them. You come up with this War Games idea and you don't even put a roof on the top of the cage. And then you come up and you steal Starcade, baby, and you don't even show it on the network, baby, and you're giving hard times to the WWE Universe by not showing them this great event, baby. I tell you, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, if I was still alive, I'd put my big old foot right up your booty, baby.
Awesome. Awesome. That's the American dream.
I like that.
That's the first time I tried Dusty. I couldn't do Macho Man again. I'm just ooh, Vince McMahon, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, that would have been too easy. So I had to go with Dusty Rhodes. So.
All right. Okay. I believe you gotta go now. Is it? Or you've still got some time?
Who, me? I got a few minutes.
Okay. All right. Let's get Roxy's promo next then.
Oh boy, where's the beep? Where's the censor button? I'm so looking forward to this. I've been marking out for this since I asked her to do it. She's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Are we ready?
Volatile.
Oh God, here we go. So, you think it was funny calling me out on Raw last Monday, did you? Did you? Big mistake. You know, I've been watching you ever since you waltzed into this company, because that's what you did, Charlotte. You waltzed. In fact, no! I've got it all wrong! You didn't even need to waltz into this company, because you were actually in the pilot seat riding on Daddy's coattails, weren't you? Weren't you? Daddy's little girl. Daddy's princess. Oh, how sweet! Oh, you think I sound jealous? Well, that's what you think? Oh, no, my dear. If anything, you have my deepest sympathies, because the sad thing is that this man that you look up to, idolize, and aspire to be, didn't even want you to be the one to carry on the Flair family legacy. The only reason that you are where you are is because of the family name and because your brother couldn't hang. Did your daddy even want you at all? Come on, Charlotte, stop kidding yourself. Stop kidding yourself into thinking that this man is proud of you. All you are is his meal ticket. I mean, come on, how else are you going to pay for 4 weddings and 4 divorces? Oh, that's not including your divorces, by the way. I mean, let's be honest. There's only a certain amount of cash that pawning your Hall of Fame ring will get you. And he had 2. So, when's wedding number 3 then? Oh, you're not seeing anyone? Well, I guess it must be kind of hard to find a guy that's more masculine than you. Maybe that's why the last 2 failed. You come to Raw and you talk a big game, and that's all you can do is talk, and do that cute little bridge thing that you do, which, by the way, is one of the shittest wrestling moves I have ever seen. But you talk, and you talk shit, and the time for talking is over, and the time for action is now. Let's see if you can walk in my shoes. Let's see if you can embrace the poisonous wrath of the dark side. Let's see if you can hold your nerve and walk the toxic wasteland. Because this Sunday at Survivor Series, that silver spoon you've been sucking on will be shoved so far up your ass, you're gonna wish you were Riley.
Fucking I love you.
That was awesome.
I'm shook.
God, I miss this woman.
That was hardcore.
I tried.
That was amazing. Oh, Foxy.
I'm so sorry, Charlotte.
Just superb.
Fuck.
Fuck.
The toxic wasteland. You mean New Jersey? She's gonna walk through New Jersey?
Whoa. Yes.
Okay, we'll have the regular promos at the end of the show, but first of all, the next time we bring you a championship special will be January 26th, as we present Podcast Promo Rumble 3. Of course, we'll predict NXT TakeOver Philly and the 30th or 31st, I can't remember now, annual Royal Rumble, as WWE begins the road to WrestleMania and we begin the road to Promomania 3. Not only will Mike once again defend his Knowledge Championship, but we will find out who gets the only shot at Promomania and who will compete for the first ever Iron Bank contract. And make sure you check out Feel by Scarlet Riot. They're a British band from Scunthorpe, and that's available on last year's EP Sentience, but you can check out their brand new album Regenerate right now on iTunes and Spotify. And I'm happy to say, I rarely pay for music, but I listened to 2 songs and bought the frickin' album.
Nice.
Wow.
Good man.
Yeah, I did something good. I obeyed the law this time.
something new for you.
Time. There will be other times.
There may be other times. And before we do the final promos, like I said, we got a quick round of rhyme time to do just for fun before we all depart. So,
yo, 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 yo! Pop a 40 and check your rollies. It's rhyme time.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn. We're bringing it, bringing the hood to you. We're bringing it, what you gonna do? We're bringing it, the hood to you. We're bringing it, yeah, that's how. Hey yo, no more Hollywood. Nah. This is Hollywood, and it's crime time. Be scared? You probably should. I come from the streets. I was raised in the gutter. I run up on your mother for that bread and butter. Mess around with these crooks. Get your property took.
Can anybody name all 7?
Yeah, I think I can.
Alright, go for it.
Right, so there was Cruise and Booze.
Yeah.
There was Moon and Spoon.
Yeah.
There was Young and Dung.
Yeah.
There was Finn and Gin.
Yes.
There was Zane and Crane.
Yeah.
There was Carmela and Umbrella.
Yeah.
Oh, how many am I on?
6.
Oh,
Oh, there's 8, not 7.
I've done the 7.
There's 2 more to go.
Oh, Christ. Shit, who else was there? Oh, there was Rhino and Lilo.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you were going for Lita and Burrito or Lita and Peter.
Not quite. Anybody got that one?
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. That was like the only one I really didn't get.
That's Lita eating a fajita.
Oh!
I think my favourite one on there is Sami Zayn on a crane.
Well, the Eric Young and Dung one cracks me up because
Yeah.
Rhino and Lilo did it for me. That was hilarious.
Okay, on to the final promo.
Everybody on this show wants it to be a success. So if you're not part of this show, you don't want it to be a success. If you're not on this show, you don't want it to be a success. And if you don't care about this show, you don't want it to be a success. We eat, sleep, and breathe professional wrestling, and we break our backs for this show. And no matter what, we show up. This show is not about fame or money, because that's not what we achieve. This show is about our passion for professional wrestling. So if you're not with us, I question your passion. If passion is not enough to drag your ass out of bed, put on a headset, and pick up a microphone, then maybe you need to reevaluate your perception of professional wrestling. Maybe you don't care about this show and about our listeners. All I know is I'm here, and I've had fun today. And anybody not here, you're lost. Unless you have passion, don't even try to step inside the danger zone.
Okay, Mike, over to you for your promo.
Okay. Alberto El Patron. You have just returned to a company which is now in Canada. You have cost Eli Drake and Johnny Impact Morrison, Mundo, Nitro, Morrison, whatever his name is. Okay, so anyway, you cost them their match. You're coming for the championship. What's funny about this is one of your prized possessions, your baby, Paige, is no longer with you, which cracks me up. But anyway, so you had a brawl with Johnny Impact. You're jumping, your Johnny Nitro's jumping off the bathroom at the Aberdeen Pavilion, the cattle market, as my good friend the Butcher would say here. But yeah, just, you know what? Here's what it is, Alberto El Patron. You can't beat me. I'm the best. Do I think you could beat me? No, no, no. Do I think I could beat you? CCC. So go back to doing some living La Vida Loca, shaking your bonbon in the Macarena.
Fair enough.
Good stuff.
Oh, man. Well, thank you guys for listening. Make sure you come back next week. In the meantime, you can follow us at Max Wrestling UK and check us out online at maxwrestling.wix.com/maxwrestling. You can also follow me at Dazzy MWP and the Butcher at.
Find me at 69Butcher.
And don't forget the current reigning, still defending Max Wrestling Knowledge champion, Mike Larkin. You can find him at.
All right, you guys will enjoy this. Twitter at SMShow1 or at MCL92, and the SoundCloud is MCLarkin92. Check out my latest interview with former WWE superstar Rodney Mack as we talk about the Ruthless Aggression era. We talk about Teddy Long. We talk about his brief run in ECW on the ECW brand in 2006. We talk about a lot of stuff in that. It's very tell-all, if you will. And coming up very, very soon, I have a TNA original coming on the show. He's a former tag team partner with one Shark Boy. I'm talking about D-Ray 3000. So stay tuned.
Back to Mac, player.
Yeah, buddy.
And a very big thank you to our guest, Dave. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you, guys. It's like somebody just left. No, this is Dave from the Attitude of Aggression. Thank you guys for having me on the show again, as always. And if you want to check out the show, you can check us out on attitudeofaggression.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Attitude of Aggression, or facebook.com/Attitude of Aggression. Follow us on Twitter at AttitudeAg. That is at AttitudeAGG.
Nice. And of course, big thank you to the one and only Roxy Toxic. Over to you.
You're very welcome. It was so nice to be back. Thank you so much for having me on. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Roxy Toxic with 2 X's in each.
Yeah, buddy. And that's the end of the show. Make sure you come back next week for our reactions to Survivor Series and anything else that goes down in wrestling, because we never know what's going to go down. People could be leaving tours. More people could very possibly be leaving TNA.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that's the bottom line.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Me licky licky maca.
Every